Okay, sweet. Super awkward. We move on. Okay, so hi, friends of Spike fans. I am here today with Will Kempner from Gonzaga Baseball. He's a pitcher. If you haven't seen him do his thing yet, make sure you get to a game soon. We're going to ask him just a couple easy questions, get to know more about him, and it'll be fun. Join us now. Go ahead and just tell us a little bit about yourself. I did some of, the research necessary for his interview. So found out you have like 2 siblings, that you're originally from California. So just let us know how that dynamic was growing up. Were you guys super competitive? What did the family style look like? What did sports growing up look like for you and your family?
Yeah. I'm from San Jose, California, and my sister and my brother are 6 years older than me. So it was a little different growing up. I wasn't as close to them as you'd assume because they were always far doing their thing with their friends and such. But I was the only one playing sports, really. My sister didn't really play sports. My brother didn't really play sports. He was a drummer. My sister was really in animals. She did equestrian, but that wasn't really, it wasn't really close to me playing baseball. So my parents would go do their thing with them and then basically take me wherever I needed to for baseball. So it was a different dynamic between the competitiveness. There wasn't much there to kind of compete with myself, compete with the others around me. It's definitely fun though, growing up in California, because there's a lot of good baseball competition. There's a lot of good guys. And I was always striving for the next goal, because there was always, you could play up in baseball. You can go, if you're 10 years old, you could play in like 12U. And that's what I always strived for. I always wanted to play travel ball up. So definitely played on a few good teams growing up, with a lot of good players that I still know and that are still good today, and playing at good schools right now. So it's definitely cool to have those connections too. And then when I went into high school, I went to a pretty good baseball high school. I like to brag about it to some of my friends because it's just a fun little thing I like to do. But we won the highest division of what we could win, CCS, 3 years in a row, my sophomore, junior, and senior year. So that's something I kind of pride myself in. My high school coach just got his 700th win in high school baseball, so that was awesome to see that as well. But the competitiveness growing up in California was awesome. In high school, I played with guys that were better than me, better than anyone. I mean, guys that would go to Arkansas, Santa Clara, Cal, all these cool schools. So it's cool to see them grow as well. And then I got recruited by Gonzaga, and that was a blessing to me, because I'm happy here, and I've been happy for 3 years here. And it's been an awesome ride so far.
Yeah. So you talked a little bit about attending Valley Christian High School, and again, doing my own research, I was like, oh, so this place is known for having some successful seasons. If you're on the baseball team, and you touched a little bit on your coach. How did your high school coaching staff kind of prepare you and help you get ready for the next level here at Gonzaga?
I mean, we had practices that would incorporate everything. There was a practice plan set up every single day, and we would see if there's like 12 things in the practice plan, if it was going to take 3 hours or if it was going to take 2.5. And that was like that was a stretch for us, even in itself, because that extra 30 minutes was taxing sometimes. And here at GU, we have light practices, which is absolutely awesome, because it makes you love the game a little bit more. I know a lot of guys get tired out of the game because of their coaching staff and long practices, but the thing at Valley was that everything we did, there was a purpose to it. Everything that happened, we were going through bunt procedures. We were going through pitcher fielding practice. Everything for those 3 hours was so intentful and so meaningful that it incorporated everything. We definitely made the best out of it. And Coach Diotti ran the practices really well. I had a really good pitching coach. The rest of the staff was awesome. And it was just a great time there.
No, that's awesome. It seems like a lot of people in high school, they're just playing sports for fun, which is totally okay. But when you do have those high goals for yourself of playing at that next level, it demands that intention and that purpose that you spoke to. So it sounds like you had a really great support system to kind of get you ready for Gonzaga. So obviously baseball is your thing. Were you playing any other sports growing up? Did you ever dabble on another team, doing anything else?
I played flag football when I was a kid. I tried out for the basketball team in middle school. I didn't make it. I was the third string goalie on our middle school soccer team in 8th grade. And that's about it. It was all baseball. Growing up was all baseball, and I never really strayed away from that.
No, that's all good. I come from a basketball family. Like everybody in my family plays basketball. And so, but thankfully nobody like forced it on me. And as an only child, I've spoken about this before, but I got to try a lot of different sports, and I like them, but I'm same as you, where I always knew it was basketball for me. It was different how I approached it, my attitude towards it, my love for it. I just kind of knew really early on that I was like, I'm a basketball player. So it sounds for you like you just knew, you found your thing, decided to stick with it, which is great.
Kind of want to stray towards that. It's like I never wanted to play football. It was just more of a want to play baseball. I was want to be on the baseball field. I never enjoyed playing anything else.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. So you kind of spoke on it, but what made you choose Gonzaga? Because again, you're coming from a really successful high school baseball program. I'm assuming you were recruited by other places than just Gonzaga. So how did you find your way here? What made Spokane appeal to you?
So I came here not knowing, not expecting anything. I just expected the cold weather and 4 seasons. That's what I kind of wanted as well. I wanted to go somewhere where there was different weather. I'd experience a different kind of thing and be away from home too. That was a big part. I didn't want to be at Santa Clara 30 minutes away from home, be so close to my parents and always be around that. I wanted to get away and do my own thing and definitely just live my own life a little bit. But I got here and I kind of enjoyed it. I enjoyed walking around campus. The coaches kind of sold me a little bit on the campus and what it had to offer. And I loved it when I got here. I joke about it because this is my quote. I think it was like freshman year or senior year. Pitching coach asked for a quote on why we chose the school, and I said, "Flying over the snow-covered mountains was awesome," and that convinced me. But
Wow, that's a pretty epic quote. Like that's deep.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I could have worded it a little bit better, but I don't know. It was just everything about it made me put me towards it, and I enjoyed it here so far. Plus the
No.
academics too. The academics are awesome, and I've gotten a good education here so far. But when I was a senior in high school, junior, getting recruited here, it was definitely awesome seeing what they had to offer. And if I come out of here with a degree, I have a job anywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And that was a very natural segue on your part. I was gonna bring that up as well. Of at Gonzaga, they always are harping on you that you are a student athlete. Student comes first for a reason. And so all of our athletic programs, which is wonderful, and the staff helps you, the academic office and everything. There's a big focus on the academic side of things. And so what are you studying currently at Gonzaga? And I don't want to be the total, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? What are your plans post high school or post Gonzaga? But do you have any hopes with whatever degree you're pursuing? Like in a perfect world, you graduate from Gonzaga, what would Will Kempner like to do?
Well, I'm majoring in business administration, minoring in entrepreneurship. So my goal is to play baseball as long as possible. And then after, I want to start up a gym because I love working out. I love being in the gym. I love helping guys get better. But partner with someone that I know there was a kinesiology or human phys major or something like that, because they know a lot more about the body and a lot more about how it works and such and what exercise go with what. And start up my own gym for athletes and help them get better with the stuff that I did to get better.
Wow, that's awesome. And that's a very natural pathway, I think, for a lot of athletes to take on, because it's just a world that you understand, because you have to be in tip-top shape, whatever sport you're playing. And and then you can tell you're already going to be a great businessman, because like the human physiology side of things and the muscles involved and all that kind of stuff. Like that's not really my expertise, but hey, I know a guy that thinks in the fitness side of things. So love that. See, you guys, Gonzaga, they just produce amazing people. I can say that because I'm a former alum. So go Zags.
Know it.
Speaking of like the Gonzaga family and everything, when I was there, we had like Marco Gonzalez was on the baseball team. Tommy Diaboy was another one. Have you had the opportunity, because I know with like, the pandemic and not everybody was able to get around and come support their local universities and sport teams. Have you had much opportunity to connect with some baseball alums and kind of bend their ear a bit about their experience? And yeah, just kind of share stories. Everybody always loves the opportunity to do that, I think.
Yeah. Marco came and talked to us, I think, once or twice. And just hearing anything from a big leaguer is awesome, because they've made it. They've worked their butt off to get there.
Yeah.
And they've done their part a little bit, and they experienced the same things you did. So it's awesome to get to see what they experienced, and if it's the same as you. But Marco came and talked to us. It was definitely cool seeing that. We had our alumni game freshman year before COVID hit. Didn't get to have it last year, sadly, but the alumni game was fun. I didn't get to talk to too many alumni, but it was definitely cool just seeing them come back, because it's a good community. And that's the thing about Gonzaga, is what we've been talking about, is that it's a great school. It's a great school with everyone you go to school with, but it's a great community as well. We also just had Danny Evans's memorial service yesterday, and the amount of people that showed up to that was, I can't even find the word for it. It was insane. It was awesome to see a community come together like that. So sorry to get off topic from alumni, but the community itself is a great thing itself. And we definitely have a good amount of people. I haven't got to talk to many alumni, but I hope to in the future. There's also the players that I played with last year who are playing pro right now, and they have a lot to offer as well. So the guys that I've been close to, they're good dudes. Everybody at Gonzaga is a good person, I think, especially on the baseball team. Brett Harris, Alec Jacob, Mac Lardner, Nick Iverson, Ernie Yake, all those guys. If you want to ask them a question, they'll give you back an answer. They'll tell you, hey, this is how it is. I'll ask how pro ball is, because hopefully that's my future. And they give an answer to that. So it's awesome to see that when you reach out, they'll give you what you need.
No, that's awesome. I'm glad you brought up some of your teammates, because I like to do a fun little segment on here called Most Likely To. So some of your teammates are probably going to see this. Just a bit of a disclaimer.
Yeah.
But which teammate is most likely to run out of gas and need a ride somewhere? Like they just forget to get gas in their car, and then they call you and they're like, Will, dog, I need some help. Who on the team is pulling something like that off? Oh, somebody.
It's not Gabriel Hughes. It's I'd say Tyler Rando.
All right, Tyler, sorry, bud.
Tyler's a funny one for sure.
He's a funny one. Who's most likely to fall asleep during film?
Fall asleep during film.
Mm-hmm. You thought of somebody?
I'd say Daniel Naughton for sure. I don't know why. I just think I could picture it in my mind. I can envision it.
No, it's all good. I'm somebody who can fall asleep anywhere. Like I don't even have to be tired if I just get in a comfortable position. So in film sessions, like when I was there, I would make it a point to be like in the most uncomfortable chair, or like cross my legs in a way where I was like feeling pain in my hip or something. So I was like, I don't even want to risk it. Like, because I know myself. I just like,
I'm jealous of these people though. I'm jealous of people who come. Everybody says like, what's your trait, or what's your strength? What's something weird about you? Half of the people in the classes say they can fall asleep anywhere. I'm not that guy.
You don't get it.
I'm not that guy. No, I'm jealous of it. I envy that for sure.
Good to know. And who's most likely to pull a prank on a teammate, or, has the cojones to try and pull a teammate or pull a prank on a coach?
Ben Larson would pull a prank on a teammate.
Yeah.
Pull a prank on a coach. I'd say Tyler Rando. Tyler Rando has the balls to do that for sure.
All right. He's got two. He's taking gold on two of these. All right. Who is most likely to spend all their money on like a new pair of sneakers? Like they're waiting for that sneaker drop. You?
Me or Logan Johnstone. I know that answer for sure.
Okay, so you two are the sneakerheads on the team. That's cool. That's really cool. And last one of this segment, who's most likely to end up on a reality TV show?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I can always tell.
No, they're just good. These are good. These are good questions.
Thank you.
I go Alec Gomez.
And
Alec,
what is he on, like Survivor? Is he making an appearance on like Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Like what type of reality TV? Like what is he on Big Brother? You know, like what's he appearing on?
I'd say like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't know why. It just fits. It fits him pretty well. That was a good suggestion. I'll put that right there for you.
Okay. I like that one. That's great.
I just think of him when I think of someone who, yeah, he'd enjoy that too.
That's awesome. Well, we'll see. Like this will go out on our social media channels. If
Yep.
you know one of the executive producers of Keeping Up with the Kardashians sees this, like please reach
Yep.
out to our guy, give him a chance. You never
Alec
know.
Gomez, that's your guy.
If we can help him blow up, it's the
Let's do
Zag
it.
way, right? We got to try. We
Yep.
got to try.
Gonzaga.
All right, we'll turn our attentions back to you now. What's your current walk-up song and why did you choose it?
So I went through a plethora of songs to find a song. And then a new album with Swedish House Mafia came out, and I really enjoyed it. And it's called Frankenstein with A$AP Rocky. And
Okay.
it just gets me in the zone. The beat, it starts super slow. It's like A$AP going in, and then he just freaking pounds on it. He just starts. You know, rappers. What's that?
And it gets you hype. That's what you need
Gets
when
me
you're going
hype.
up to bat. That's what you need.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
One thing I
So
always loved is that for some people it's Toby Keith. That's the song, that's the vibe they need. Sometimes it's Leonard Skinner. Sometimes it's Sir Mix-a-Lot. Like you just never know. And that's, I think, something that the fans really enjoy because everybody's walk-up song is so specifically unique to them. And I would always be like, this guy, it's my first game. I haven't seen him walk up to bat, and then a song will come on and you're like, okay, like this is the vibe.
It gives you a little bit more perspective on them, like who they are. Like I personally need something like, this is weird to say, but like dark and deep. Like I need something like really hits the soul a little bit and like I'm about to pitch. I'm about to do this thing, and I want to be ready for it. So it's not like super hype, but it's like intrinsic. It's more.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that you guys there's a lot of thought that goes into it. It's not just like, pick one for me. Like I can totally see that. That's awesome. Yep. What's your favorite restaurant to go to in Spokane? Yeah. Have you found a favorite spot?
Anywhere to eat, or just favorite spot, or
whatever comes to you.
I'm gonna say, you know what, this is so basic, but I really enjoy Caruso's. I think Caruso's has a good menu. I think it's solid. I think you're gonna get the same quality every time. Yeah, I'd say Caruso's. They've got sandwiches, pizza, pasta, whatever you need.
That's fair. And it's also just like a good vibe. Like you can go there with some buddies and just like have a cool little meal. I get it. That's a good spot. That's not basic. It's a good spot. Obviously, I know you're from California and there's a lot of California schools in the conference, but do you have a favorite place to go play? Like when you see it up on the schedule, it's like, man, I really like when we get to go travel there to play.
This is a great question. I loved going to San Francisco because I love San Francisco as a city, and I always go there with my friends when we're back home. If we're doing something, we're probably just going to the city to hang out, do something there, screw around, mess around. But definitely San Francisco because I like walking around. I like to see tall buildings. I like to be in a city, not live in a city, but I just like to visit it sometimes.
There is a difference. There's definitely a difference. I get that as well. On the topic of travel, what's like your favorite vacation that you've ever been able to go on, either solo, with friends, with family? Is there a place that sticks out in your mind where I was like, that was a great time?
Yeah. I've been to some pretty cool places. I went to Europe with my buddies, after senior year of high school, after I graduated, and that was awesome. But I'm going to say I took a road trip 2020 when COVID hit. We took a road trip, five of my buddies and I. and we went to Sedona, Arizona. We went over to New Mexico. We went up to
Nice.
Colorado, and then we went to Utah, and then we went to Las Vegas to finish it, and then we went back home. And that was the time of my life. I had never had more fun than doing that.
Yeah.
Just going around the states with five of my best friends. And that was one of the best times of my life for sure.
Honest, that could be like a movie. Like that, you
Yeah,
guys should have been documenting that. That sounds like such
it
a
was
great time.
documented for sure. It was, yeah, we got some good moments there.
Don't know if we can share the footage, ladies and gentlemen, but it sounds like Will had a great time.
It was awesome. Let's just say that.
Okay, and this is just kind of a funny one. If you could be Spike for a day, nobody knows Will Kempner's in the Spike the Bulldog costume. What would you do?
Oh God, I'd do anything I couldn't do when no one knows I'm there. That's funny. I look at mascots and I look at them and I see like you can do whatever you want. You can like go up to anyone and say hi. You can go up to the hottest girl and say hi. You can go up to like, you can go up to anyone and make them like have a good time. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. Go high five everyone. Go give everyone a hug. Go, something like that. I don't know. Just do anything. Go run around for the whole day. Go in the kennel club and just have a great time.
No, that's fair. I bet you would be a great Spike if they're having like tryouts for Spike and you got the time. I think you definitely have a good shot.
You know what? I
So,
appreciate
I appreciate it. All right. Before we sign off today, if there is another little girl or boy that is interested in playing your sport, what's something that you would tell them to help them prepare? If they said, Will, I really want to play baseball, or I really want to play softball in college, what's some advice that you would give them?
Work as hard as possible. Nothing's given and nothing is impossible. I that's so cliche to say, but it's very, very true. You can work towards anything. You can find yourself in the gym every day. You can find yourself in the batting cages half your day. You can work as hard as possible to get where you want to be. You can find the information you want to find. So I don't know, hard work pays off. I will definitely say that for sure. Definitely keep working as hard as you can.
That's so awesome. Okay, that's all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Will, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. I think fans of Gonzaga, fans of baseball, they are really going to enjoy this interview. So yeah, thanks for joining me.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys.